he has decided to take the first step. And today he is going to deliver his icebreaker speech. But I have heard quite a bit of his table topics. He is a master speaker in table topics. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome our next speaker on stage, Toastmaster Kamal.
Dear Toastmasters and my dear friends, it's supposed to be an icebreaker session and self-introduction of my life career goals, and my life in general. Oh, I feel like celebrity already. Somebody wants to listen to me.
Yes.
Even if it's they are pretending. I'm enjoying every moment of it. Trust me, it'll be slightly more interesting than your mathematics lecture. I was born in Air Force family. My father was in Indian Air Force in Assam, way back in I think 70s or 80s, I don't remember. Okay, it's early 70s. And we have always moved from one place to another, every 3 or 4 years. So basically we don't belong to one particular state as such. And we don't know what is our actual roots. I mean, though I know, but I have not experienced it. Originally, we are from Punjab. Ever since I can recollect my, conscious of my surrounding, basically we are 3 brothers, and I very vividly I remember that when my youngest brother was born, and my father, he rushed to the hospital. It was a military hospital. So I went along with my father and my second brother. So we went to the hospital and I saw my youngest brother. And I was very happy because he was fair. So, because I used to play with fair kids, in the neighborhood. So even my brother also, who's youngest, he's fair, I was very happy that I'll be able to play with him. And I liked that instantly, the moment I saw him first. My dad, he was an Air Force personnel, but he was not a pilot. He was an engineer basically. And I used to think, he flies fighter jets. And I used to ask him, he used to say casually, yes. But he was basically a junior officer and he was in the technical department. So basically they take care of the maintenance of the radar units. Radar also plays a very important role in Indian Air Force. And there is a saying goes, my father used to say that, in any war, basically if you can blind the enemy, and then half the battle is won. So radar plays that role in that. So the first strike will be on the radars. So they have to be very attentive and it has to function all the time. Now, when I was in kindergarten, there is a very small incident related to this. And I was mischievous. I mean, most of the kids are, but I think I was slightly more. So in kindergarten, I had spread the news that my father is in Indian Air Force, and anybody acts funny with me, I'm going to bombard his house. My father will come with a fighter jet, and somehow the news reached to the principal. My father was called to the principal, and they asked, how can he speak these things? He's a kid. And that time I realized, what mistake I have done. And but the story continues after that. We were in Delhi that time. The life was totally different. It is early 70s, 78, 79. I was, getting aware of my surroundings. And there were no mobile phones, nothing. If you have to, there is no social sites, no mobile phone, no telephones. So the social life was only, some of the people can understand. Every day every evening the families used to come out and they used to go to other people's houses. And they used to pay the visit there and speak to them and ask them. And it was considered as a normal. Today it is like invading the privacy. And as a kids as such, we used to have our boss in the gang. And we used to sit in front of him and he used to tell the story. The boss has to be little toughy and he should be boastful and he should be very good in telling stories. It's called dubbing. So that is how, we used to have our gang leaders then. So there were no TV, no computers, nothing. And bicycle was the only mode of transport for our middle class families. So we were 5 members in the family. So if anywhere we have to go, either we have to go by walk or by bus. But most of the time we used to walk. Now, the important incident of my life is when I saw the first movie. Most of you would remember whenever you have seen the first movie in the theatre. So my first movie was Dawn. That original Dawn movie. So we all, father told today we have to go for a movie. Okay, and it was a big surprise. And all the 5 of us, we took a holiday, and we were all painted with a mustard oil and with all the powder and kajal ka tikka. And all the 3 brothers used to have one dress, which is kept for outing. So the moment we used to wear that, everybody in the neighborhood, they used to realize they are going out somewhere. So from morning itself, we used to start roaming in that dress. So we all got, we went by bus for the movie, and there was a huge rush for Dawn. Amitabh Bachchan was raised that time, that times were changing, it was all angry men, and people jobless also, they were angry all the time. So we went there and we saw the movie. I was just in awe of the total screen in front of me. And I was totally, seeing, I was just enjoying each and every moment of the movie. And I still remember, it is 78, 79, when during the intermission, Amitabh makes an entry. Rote hue aate hain sab, the song he sings on the bike. I mean, I get my goosebumps even now also, even if you can, sometime if you have a time, you see that song. And that is when Amitabh makes the entry and he became a real angry man. That word was given because of that song when he enters. After that, in 90s, Shah Rukh Khan did that entry, in the Deewana movie. Actually, it was copied from that particular moment. And that became a rage. And there's a particular thing, how we got the ticket was, there was a huge crowd, I forgot to tell you. And my dad, there used to be a separate queue for the ladies. There used to be a separate queue for the, my mom was sent for that to get the ticket. And finally she got the ticket, because in Delhi you have a separate queue, so she could easily get the tickets. I think time is getting over. Actually, I prepared the long speech, so maybe we'll discuss about this incident some other day. So finally, I'll wind up. I'll wind up with this one, how I joined the Toastmasters. My boss told me, I'm in sales and marketing, that you have to arrange a channel partner meeting. You have to call about 100 channel partners. So I asked my boss, that's easy, that's not a problem at all. And I told him that time with all the confidence. I can get the 100 channel partners, I can organize the event. But then finally I realized I'm the only one, I have to give a speech also. And then I thought I've never given a speech. I can write the speech, I can get the content from the Google, that's very easy. But how to give the speech? What if I get the stage fear? And then I thought, let me Google it out, to find out how to give the speech. There it was written, you get the, I'm sorry, I'll wind up now. Thanks a lot.